Australia and much better than the alternatives. We just want to see the territory continue to grow. And not far from you, Lillian, from the edge is the edge of the territory's other seat. That is, of course, Lingiari.
This one is meat, yeah. I make empal manis ala Kota Solo. This one is meat. I boil them first. And I give coriander, garlic, onion, and tamarind, and salt, of course. I boil for around 1 hour or so, and then I let them alone for a couple hours. Then I'm gonna fry it. Just get a little bit rice flour. Tinneron. Sorry. This one, rice flour. Just a little bit.
So far in remote areas of the NT has been about the same as the previous voice referendum and prior to that, the 2022 federal election. But as you said, this is Lingiari has been a labour seat for a very long
Fry
time.
is in the middle high, yes. Api sedang dengan api sedang.
At the time until he retired in 2022. When he retired, Marion Scrimgeour from Labor challenged, went for the seat successfully to try and take over from Warren Snowden, but her margin that she won the seat on was paper thin, at just 0.9%. Since that same redistribution that I talked about earlier, the margin that Marion Scrimgeour notionally holds the seat on has widened, but she is being challenged by the Country Liberal Party's Lisa Siebert, who's appeared with at precedents around the territory with Jacinta Price, who is, of course, the Country Liberal Party senator for the Northern Territory, along with Mallory McCarthy, who is the other Northern Territory senator.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us there from the seat of Solomon. Well, more than 1.2 million people have now completed ABC's Vote Compass survey. The tool shows respondents how their views compare to politicians. The data found many of us have shifting views on the environment, the cost of living, and our relationship with the United States. For more detail, by Vote Compass reporter Isabella Higgins. Isabella, you've been for the last 5 years data crunching all these numbers. You know intimately what the thoughts of the respondents are. What's the key takeaway and trends that you've seen this new Vote Compass? How it's really interesting is to see the shifting views. I feel like we're going into this election to 2022. So the ABC began Vote Compass had 5 elections examples that compare the data from this election to last election. If we get back to 2022, not so long ago, a really different climate. Inflation hadn't gone away yet. Ukraine, Russia war started, has just started. There's still some really challenges of COVID, and people went into that election and according to Vote Compass respondents, they spoke to a concern with the environment. It's a much bigger conversation that we had some really good climate summits and then there's really big years leading up to that. But this election, we're talking
look nice.
concern for growth of living cost of
And that's very
living.
nice.
About a third of those numbers responded said that was evenly pronounced amongst cohorts. So those under 29, it went up even higher. The least pronounced in the over 65s, they were likely to feeling this crunch even less. Vote Compass found that 45% of respondents are both struggling to live on their current income. So perhaps going into this, there are a lot of people really thinking about their own hip pockets, family budgets, household expenses, and it's been interesting to see how maybe that focus has shifted views on other social or environmental issues. So on issues like immigration, fewer Vote Compass respondents wanted to see more immigrants coming into the country. On environmental issues, there's a really significant drop in the number of people who said that they're making much more down to these carbon emissions, dropping from 61% to 36% this year. So,
We fried until golden brown.
so I imagine housing also played a really big part of that theme as well this time out. Yeah, housing was one of those issues of concerns as well, and that wasn't even at the top 10 at the last 2022 election. So housing, economy, was a big issue. Yeah, and that's one of the shadow, perhaps the climate concerns that were held a couple of years ago. You mentioned young people there. We know that this election is going to have the largest cohort of millennials and Gen Z this time round. So what were some of the things that came through from younger voters? Really interesting as well because they have really distinct So 67% of women under the age of 29 who work numbers describe themselves as being left-leaning, and that compares to 52% of women from other generations. They were even more left-leaning than their male peers. About 50% of men under the age of 29 said that they would describe themselves as left-leaning, and when we look at young women, almost all
This one is a beef rice, yeah.
Western diaspora, Indigenous rights,
Beef Empal ala Solo.
so you have this younger cohort
When we done like that,
more progressive.
we're going to do this.
Election surveys done after 2022
That's not
found that these Gen Z generations that are also at 29 were more progressive than other generations past. So it'll be interesting to see what the major parties are speaking to them, which politicians are connecting to. They're obviously less likely to be watching TV, listening to the radio, reading newspapers. But we have seen that push this election as well. Our politicians should try to get more on podcasts, influencers. But I was actually a lot of young women and young men's election campaign saying trying to figure out who was speaking to them. And they said that we've seen the dancing on TikTok.
Plus. This one is beef. Look, this is all beef. I boil them with all ingredients. This is the ingredient. It is onion, garlic, tamarind, salt. And I boil them for 1 hour. And then dip there for another 1 hour, and then we cut them and put a little bit rice flour and fry it. Ready now. Yummy. Ready. It seems like Australians have been paying very close attention to what's going on in the US and perhaps reevaluating how close they want Australians to be with the US. So Work Compass asked a question, is Australia's relationship with the US? And about 47% said that they felt Australia was too close to Washington. We can put the other one in.
To see that relationship become closer. And this is obviously a really important alliance for Australia. It's historically, but militarily, socially, economically these days. A Learning Institute poll that came out throughout the election campaign found that 2/3 of Australians wanted to promote trust in the US. So it would be interesting to see what experience they go through. So it seems like Australians are paying close attention and very well what they're saying. Wow, okay, so Bridget,
This one, you can fry it. This one, hot. See that? This only is the meat. And yum. Yummy. Okay. Ketemu lagi nanti ya. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.